Okay, we're
Hey! What's up, everybody? Welcome to CNA Weekend Recap. Been off for a few weeks, so coming to you after a bit of a hiatus. Josh, Justin, coming to you from the Geek Cave. And, we're going to start with Star Wars. And there was Star Wars Celebration and a lot of announcements. We'll kind of go through some of that, but really I think the biggest thing is to talk about these first two episodes we got of Obi-Wan Kenobi on Disney+.
Exactly. You know, as Disney Plus do, they usually drop the first couple episodes of every new series. And so we got the first couple episodes of Obi-Wan, and I really like it.
Really good. So, yeah, I loved it. It captures the feel. I think it does a good job of bridging the gap of the prequels who didn't feel like they captured the feel very well. Mm-hmm. They were too bright and shiny and everything just didn't look like the Star Wars universe. This pulls that character into a muckier, more Star Wars universe we're used to seeing.
Yeah, and Obi-Wan is a much grittier character in this because at this point he's been watching Luke for, what do you think, 8 or 9 years at this point? 10 years? Did they specifically say that?
They say it's been 10 years.
It's been 10 years. So he's been basically a hermit for 10 years on Tatooine. And clearly, my favorite part was he's established this relationship with the Jawas who steal his stuff and then sell it back to him. He's been there that long. It's just like, all right, it's what we do.
I love that this show the Disney Plus in general has given us a more deeper look into that.
Yeah.
But both with Boba Fett and with this, we get to know
Mandalorian as well.
Furry hands and generous lovers.
Yeah, we now know way more than we ever wanted to know about Jawas.
Yeah. So I think it's interesting that this is Obi-Wan 10 years after he left the Force behind. Mm-hmm. He says many times, I am not the guy I used to be. Yeah. And you can tell he hasn't been using the Force.
No, clearly not.
He had buried his lightsaber out in the frickin' desert. Mm-hmm. This is an Obi-Wan that clearly... Defeat is handled very badly by Jedi. And everyone got mad at the way they took Luke Skywalker's character in Last Jedi. But I always said it kind of fits because Yoda lost, ran off and hid. Obi-Wan lost, ran off and hid. Luke Skywalker lost, ran off and hid. I thought it kind of matched.
I mean, yeah, that is a good comparison for it. You know, I don't necessarily agree. I think Yoda and Obi-Wan were very different cases than Luke because they were hiding from a bloody empire.
So
for fuck's sake. No, they had won. They had defeated the empire.
He was running from Snoke.
Well, I don't know.
Snoke had his Vader. Snoke had young Ben Solo.
Yeah, but I mean, that was just...
It was a new rise of a new Sith.
Well, maybe that's just what Jedi do.
Yeah.
Don't be a bitch.
So that's where the show starts. Is 10 years. He's on Tatooine. He's watching from afar. Powerful scene where he talks to Uncle Owen and says he's got to be trained. And Uncle Owen is like he did his dad.
Yeah. Uncle Owen throws some damn shade. Yeah. I mean, shit.
You can see why he was that crotchety old dude in episode 4.
Yeah, he does not hold back.
Yeah, when he said that, I was like, you're gonna burn?
I mean, he does. Damn, dude. Dirty. Wasn't Obi-Wan's fault.
But Bernie does anyway.
Yeah.
So the first episode is really just getting him off of Tatooine. I thought the thing that they did a good job of hiding is why he left Tatooine. Mm-hmm. Little Princess Leia is freaking fireball and a half.
Good God, she's a pain in the ass.
I love her though. I mean, the spark you would expect to see from a young Skywalker child.
Yeah, 100%. She's underneath Organa, the senator on a wealthy planet, and she gets kidnapped. And that's where we set it up, basically.
It was a trap. We meet the Inquisitors in this. We meet the Grand Inquisitor and we're introduced to a different character from what we saw in Rebels. Rebels had the second sister.
Mhm.
This is the third sister, and she's got a beef with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
And that kind of sets us up. We saw a moment at the beginning of the first episode where they show us the fall of the Jedi Temple during Order 66. And we see a group of Padawans being protected by some Jedi, and the Jedi die, and they said, what do we do? Run. I need to go back and watch it to kind of see what that group of children looks like, but I kind of think that might be where the third sister comes from.
Yeah, you pointed it out. That did not occur to me, honestly.
Because
she might be one of the Padawans.
They dropped a line in the second episode talking about what they were, what Inquisitors were. And Obi-Wan says many of them were former Jedi who have turned to hunting their own kind.
Yeah.
So it could make sense. Talk about something for a second. I hear music playing.
I heard that too. The first episode I thought was very interesting because we got a very different Kenobi than we've seen in any of the movies or even the shows. You know, he is a man who is kind of given up. You know, yeah, like you said, he ran, and his only purpose is to protect Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Nothing else, you know.
And to be alive when it's time to train him.
We think, you know, and I kind
He
of...
says the boy has to be trained.
He does, if he shows power, though. So it's, you know, an act of just hiding.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is the Inquisitor, the third sister, says that he's the last ember of a dying age, as if Kenobi is the one that can reinvigorate the Jedi, and that is not the Kenobi we see in this. You know, he is done with himself. You know, he steals meat from his job every night to cook,
Right.
and all he wants to do is watch Luke Skywalker. He is given up.
Yep.
And I think that's an interesting take on Kenobi.
It is. It is. It makes sense for, you know, kind of the sad old man we see 10 years from now.
Yeah, it does. It does.
The weak old man too. I mean, let's think about that lightsaber fight with Vader. That is one weak ass lightsaber battle.
I think that had more to do with stunt performers and the budget of the film in the first one.
We remaking shit. Let's go back and remake that.
Yeah, it probably.
Let's get a new updated version. You went and threw in extra Jabba scenes. Let's get a new fucking Vader Obi-Wan.
Nobody ever explained where he just disappeared in his robes.
I mean, if 9-year-old Yoda can leap and fly over Count Dooku, we can get a little bit of action out of Obi-Wan at 65.
Not disagreeing with you, I'm just saying. But no, so we see, and it's actually a really good plan from the third sister, is that she delved into the archives and saw that Senator Organa and Obi-Wan were connected during Clone Wars.
Right.
And so she had the daughter kidnapped in order to draw him
Not
out.
knowing how important that job was.
Yeah, no clue. That's the best part. It's like, holy shit. And Obi-Wan, you know, fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
I mean, how can you not when you're being tricked by Flea?
That's not Flea, actually.
That's not Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers?
It is not. It's the actor that looks exactly like him from Back to the Future 2. I've done that.
Is it really?
It is. I've done that every single time. I always think it's Flea.
This
It's
is a
not.
motherfucking doppelganger.
I know. It's crazy. Shit, you keep
That's
talking.
not
Flea.
Flea?
It's not
Holy
Flea.
shit.
You keep talking.
Totally
Poor
thought
thing.
that was Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Just done that every time.
Wow. I think they're the same person.
They're not.
They are. I think that the actor has been secretly doing his side gig as Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers. His greatest role ever.
Keep talking. Keep talking. It's not Flea.
Anyway, so Flea and his gang trap Obi-Wan for the third sister. And this all leads to, you know, a narrow escape with Obi-Wan and Leia running and to get on the ship. And there's this moment where we find out exactly how little Obi-Wan knows about the world after he ran away from it. She is a powerful force wielder and can sense his emotions when she mentions Lord Vader's existence. And it confirms to us that Obi-Wan did not know that Anakin survived that moment on Mustafar. which is a powerful moment. It takes Obi-Wan out of it for a second. I mean, enough time for the Grand Inquisitor to come in and get the big oh shit moment of the episode where the third sister runs him through.
Yeah, she ain't fucking about.
No,
she has no qualms whatsoever.
She has something against Obi-Wan, and she really wants to get in good with Vader.
Yeah.
You can tell. So it gives Obi-Wan enough time to get to the ship with Leia and escape. And we almost neglected to mention Kunan Nanyani and his role.
Yes, as the con man Jedi.
Yes.
I mean, it's a good scam, honestly, if you're going to try to run it.
He's pretending to be a Jedi and using magnets and remote controls to basically do a Whoopi Goldberg from Ghost.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, you can hate the guy, but he's still getting him out is the thing.
Yeah.
He's just, you know, skimming off the top, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Exactly. And when he finds out who Obi-Wan is, he kind of helps him escape and gives him coordinates to people that will help.
I was surprised by that, honestly. You know, that scene where the kid came in with, you know, the hologram or whatever saying, we had him, and he goes out. I assumed he was just going to be another bounty hunter. But he actually stands up and fights against the third sister.
And must know something about the rebellion.
Yeah, clearly.
Which would be kind of a young, burgeoning rebellion at this point.
Oh, very young.
Yeah.
10 years after the fact, yeah.
Basically, the rebellion we see Rebels stand up at the end of Rebels,
yeah.
which is 5 years after the fall. So,
yeah, I never finished Rebels. So I guess.
Shame him. Shame him.
By the way, it was Flea. I was wrong.
Yes. I knew that was Flea.
It was also him in Back to the Future. I thought it was an entirely different actor. But yeah, so one of the greatest punk rock bassists ever was a bounty hunter in the show.
And not a doppelganger.
No. Also an amazing trumpet player. In fact, if you didn't know this, a gap between the two front teeth means you're going to be a really good trumpet player. It's one of those things.
What's his name? Louis Armstrong?
Yep.
Still hear music. We're going crazy.
No, I hear it too. So
okay, so that's I think that pretty much wraps up Star Wars, or wraps up Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
First 2 episodes had me totally hooked. Ready for Friday.
Yeah, you know, any Disney show, I'm down with.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it.
This has got me. So, 2 thumbs up for the first 2 episodes. Cannot wait. Star Wars Celebration was this weekend, and some other stuff came out. We didn't get to see a lot of it, so it's kind of a lot of secondhand.
Yeah.
There was apparently some footage from Ahsoka that confirms Grand Admiral Thrawn, Ezra, Sabine Wren. So, you know, we all kind of assumed that was going to be the case.
If you're going to have that show, you're going to have those characters.
Yeah, especially with Filoni the other day saying this is a continuation of the Rebel story.
Yeah, and I'm excited about that. I mean, you know, Thrawn was the original trilogy.
We'll finish Rebels then.
Oh, shut up. I did. I watched the Space Whales.
No, you can't just skip the Space Whales.
You showed it to me at like 4 a.m. when I was hammered off my ass.
Well, then you haven't seen it.
I didn't. Shut up. I remember it. Shocker. But no, Thrawn was the first trilogy of books in the original expanded universe, so he holds a place in my heart. And the fact that they kept him, I think is really good.
Same actor that voiced him, too.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we got some footage, I guess a trailer from Andor.
Mm-hmm.
This is yawn material to me. I don't understand why we need a show about Cassian Andor. Rogue One is one of the most beautiful pieces of Star Wars cinema, and it should be left the fuck alone.
I agree with you. I think the fact that it was basically a spy movie where everyone died to get this information to them, that should be a one and done.
Yep.
Yeah. Like
it was beautiful.
You don't need a backstory because you know how the story ends. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You know. So
that's the problem with all prequels, but it's really the problem with this one.
Yeah.
I just don't care. I just don't care.
Yeah.
We got some other footage. It had a Wookiee with a lightsaber.
Yeah, that was Gungi. The Wookiee from, I think, Clone Wars. There was a story arc where the young Padawans went into the cave and were trying to find the kyber crystals.
Yeah.
And he was one of the Wookiees. I'm assuming it's Gungi. I don't know. that, I've never seen another Wookiee Jedi other than that one. So,
Right.
yeah, and he's older now, so yeah, it's going to be the Wookiee Jedi.
All right.
I guess. I don't know.
Did we get anything else?
We did. We got the Willow trailer.
The Willow trailer.
Mm-hmm.
That was released at Star Wars Celebration.
I don't know. I think it was just Disney Celebration. It came out. It's
Okay.
Disney. We can talk
He's
about
jumping
it.
around. Let's go to Willow, Josh.
It was cool. I remember that movie as a kid. I'm looking forward to the next one. What do you want to say, man? It was Willow.
Willow's looking old.
Well, yeah, he's an old. What do we call him now? Little people? Is that what we call
It
him?
seems more insulting.
I kind of feel the same way.
All
right.
Anyway,
yeah, yes, magic.
Willow's coming back.
I need Mad Mardigan in my life, damn it.
I saw Top Gun over the weekend.
Oh, did you really?
Mad Mardigan lost his vocal cords.
He had severe
Yeah,
cancer.
he's not going to be coming back.
Yeah, I know he is. I'm just saying.
He was.
Was he in Top
Yes,
Gun?
and
Okay.
He died of throat cancer.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is a dark take on Top Gun.
Yeah.
Well,
Good movie though.
I've heard great things.
Some of the best dogfighting aerial scenes ever, and they actually got Tom Cruise in these sets, and he experienced the G's, and you can see it on his face. I mean, it's a good movie.
Yeah,
it's predictable. It's Top Gun, but
doesn't matter.
It's actually
doesn't mean it's not good.
It's better than the original.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I learned about Bob today, so that was fun.
Bob.
He's a character in the Top Gun movie.
We are jumping all over the place.
Yeah, that's what we do. Here we go, boys and girls.
All right, I think we're done with Star Wars. We did a little jump into Willow Land. Where were we going next?
Let's go with Marvel.
Marvel. All right. What are we talking about with Marvel?
Let's go with DC.
Put your phone out. You're supposed to be the guy here, man.
Shut up. Forgot DC. No, it's basically DC is Blue Beetle news is what we're talking about.
Yeah, we did
now.
see. I'm not gonna try to say his name, but the kid from Cobra Kai as Blue Beetle and Jaime Reyes, and he looked fantastic.
He did.
The suit is practical effects, and for it to be just the raw suit with no CGI touching it up, it looked.
It does, and they're clearly going with the Scarab storyline.
They are going with the Scarab storyline, and interesting enough, there's a big rumor that Ted Lasso himself will be playing Ted Cord.
Jason Sudeikis, yes, as Blue Beetle, the previous Blue Beetle, which I think kind of sets up an interesting storyline.
Because Ted Cord invented it, and then Jaime Reyes had a. There's been different stories. There was one where Ted Cord passed them on the technology on, and then they went with the Scarab story.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting what they do with it. Because the Scarab is alien technology that hooked up with Jaime Reyes. There's, like you said, there's been one where Ted Cord just passed the technology down. It'll be interesting to see, what path they take.
It will.
And,
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and that's a lesser known DC character that they're taking out to try, which I think is good. I think DC needs to start bringing in these characters that we don't know
needs
about.
some representation too.
They do, yeah, 100%. And I mean, if we get Blue Beetle, we got to get Booster Gold, for God's sake.
Yeah. Well, that'll be a fun role. if you could just go back and get young Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes. He would have killed. It's just Deadpool, different powers. God, he would. Hell, just bring him over now. Like, say, fuck it. Just do it.
Is that it for DC?
Let's see. Quick, I feel like it is.
We're very well organized.
Yeah, so much so. Marvel, it's Willow.
Let's just go over what you're seeing as you see it there.
Okay. Now we're down to Marvel, I guess. Nikolaj Coster-Waldau has joined a Marvel project.
Who's Jamie Lannister?
Yeah. No clue who he's playing or what he's doing.
You do?
Hey, shit, that would actually... Yeah, he's got that head.
He could be Doom.
Yeah, he's got that voice too.
Yeah. He could also be, if you wanted to go a different route and you didn't want Mr. Fantastic to be John Krasinski, he could be an older Mr. Fantastic as well.
He could. He could.
I think he fits Doom better, though. But we'll see. Who knows? There's a lot of characters out there they're going to be casting for him.
Definitely. All right. Let's see what else we got. Oh shit! My favorite.
Oh yes.
I forgot about this. The greatest news in Marvel history ever. Kristen Ritter is now reprising her role as Jessica Jones. And I, for one, am so happy about this because my people have been underrepresented in media since the beginning of time. And
you, of course, mean alcoholics.
Yes, 100%. Functional alcoholics. And she just gives us our voice in the world. By the way, I'm a medical professional. So, yeah.
Nah, he's joking. Oh, no. All right.
Yes. No, this is the second confirmation. This is the second confirmation we've got of the Netflix Down the Streets character reprising the roles.
Yes.
We got, Charlie Cox,
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah, Kristen Ritter, and also I think it was last week or the week before that, Kristen Ritter and Michael Coulter together, and so the assumption is that he's coming back as Luke Cage,
which means we're getting everyone back,
but
except.
Which I think we're all okay with, but God, it has to be a slap in the face, really. Iron Fist.
Iron Fist, just like, hey, what about me?
Literally everyone, but
I have shiny guns.
I still think that would have been a good season. It was a cool arc in the stories, but yeah, that has to hurt. I mean, it really.
Yeah.
Everybody else is like, yeah, come on back. No, we're good, man. Don't worry about it. Damn this. But we can agree all those Netflix characters, except for him, were just perfect for their roles.
Especially the first three.
Yeah.
Mike Coulter's good. I didn't think that show was fantastic.
It wasn't great, but he was a perfect
He was a good Power Man. I didn't think the show.
I think that had more to do with the writing. I thought the second season was wonderful.
Second season was way better than the first. Yeah. The first season was such a letdown when you go Cottonmouth and like survive.
Exactly. Yeah. No. But I think that was just the writing in the first one. Yeah. Like you said, the second one was so much better. But Kristen Ritter kills it. Yeah. Jessica Jones, Charlie Cox.
The only thing I hate is that they killed Purple Man because that's one of the best villains we've ever seen in DC. I mean, Marvel.
So good. Yeah, that created so much weird stuff on the internet of women wanting to fuck Purple Man. I don't understand people.
The world is broken.
Yes, it is.
That's why you enjoy geeky stuff. That's a good moment for us to transition to the end.
Yeah. Well, we still had a couple things to talk about.
Oh, okay.
Video game news.
Yes, which is really TV news, but for streaming news. If you're a fan of two major PlayStation franchises, you'll be happy with the news. First of all, Amazon has announced they are developing a God of War show, which a lot of right storytelling there. Yeah. Who do you think? You think
it's The Rock earlier this year came out and said that he's going to be playing a major video game character in a movie and left it open-ended. And then we get the announcement of God of War. I just put two and two together. I'm not saying it's definitely going to be him, but I think it would be a good matchup. I don't know if he'd be a good, God of War, Smartos, or whatever his name is. Kratos. But it just kind of made me, that was my immediate assumption as soon as I saw that headline.
I'm going to continue being in the Jason Momoa fan camp for this role. I think he would be just perfect. I honestly think The Rock's too big for the role. He's too muscly. I mean, Kratos is muscly, but he's not. I don't know. Jason Momoa, I think, is perfect. The beard, the look.
Oh, he's got the. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see him.
And he's younger. If you're gonna open up a franchise like that, he's a little younger. I mean, The Rock is 50.
Yeah, that's true. We looked up his age before the show because, damn. We also agreed we both need to get back in the gym. So this suck it in. The second video game / TV news is that Horizon Zero Dawn is going to get adapted into a TV show. And for those of you who don't know this game, it's basically
Robot dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's it pretty much. You play
hunting with a bow and arrow.
Yeah, you play a member of a tribe who has kind of outdated technology hunting robot dinosaurs, and you build your stuff out of the parts of the robot dinosaurs that you killed. And yeah, that sounds it's
beautiful game. It's fun. It's absurd.
It's as insane as it sounds. Robot dinosaurs.
The robot dinosaurs are cool.
Yeah.
So it could be cool to bring that to TV. I can't remember the streaming service that got that one. Was it Netflix or Hulu?
I think Netflix got that one.
Okay.
I mean, I'll watch it. Hell yeah, I'll watch that. You had me at robot dinosaurs. I played the shit out of Turok back in the day when they were using robotic arrows to kill real dinosaurs. I mean, it's just a flip.
Well, after my 1.5 year hiatus and unable to find one, I am now staring at my new PlayStation 5. So I'll be playing the new Horizon Zero Dawn or whatever the sequel's called.
And I'll be sitting right beside him getting way too drunk. That's how we do.
And that's the end of the show. And we say it at the end of every show. We've had a few weeks off, but it is no different. It is an amazing time to be a geek and do something geeky. There's so much to do. Get out there and do it. In fact, next week, Birmingham, Alabama, right here where we're from, we're having the Birmingham Con, downtown Birmingham at the BJCC. Myself, Josh, Ken, Glenn, John, all the CNA folks will be there. Chris, all the people you've seen do shows on here will be over there at the con. So come see us. If you're dressed up in cosplay, definitely come see us. You get a chance to be shown on our Facebook and Instagram pages. So definitely come out and see us and say, hey, we'll have a table. We'll have panels. Come see us next week.
We look forward to seeing y'all.
Stay geeky. Excelsior.
Complete nerve authority.